Okay, let's see if this works. Starting, stream health poor. Nice, okay. Unsupported, your current resolution is that. Well, that's not what I expected my resolution to be. Let's take a look at the settings, output, video. Okay. What's going on with you, buddy? Why is you being a not supported resolution? Oh no. 1920. Why is my resolution... There it goes. Again, what is going on with the resolution? Which is not supported for this configuration. I hate setting up streaming on a new computer. Always a pain in the ass. Let's see. Advanced settings. Nothing. Why is it not? Live control room. Unsupported. How is it transmitting to Hey guys! Rip and tear that bunker. Yeah. Yo, quick question. How's the stream health looking to everybody? Just want to check because it's saying that the resolution is unsupported, but I should be, my resolution should be 1920 by 1080. So, post in the comments if you're having some kind of issue. In the meantime, let's get started. So, how's everybody doing? Is you being doing good with your face? That's good. You should be good with your face. Alright, I'll be right back. Well, okay. Let me find something real fast here. This ought to do me. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, here's the deal. Nice desk. Thanks. It's actually an older desk. It's one of my older desks. Glad to see the quarantine has not made you insane. You don't know that. You don't know that. Just testing the mic level. Mic level might be a little high. This is the first time that I'm streaming with the new laptop, so your hand is very bony and pasty looking. Really? Is it? I wish the rest of me was, like, thin looking. Say that it's 480. 480p. That doesn't mean my computer mouse killed itself. Huh. Weird. Alright. So here's the deal. Latest Feeding the Trolls, which will be out at some point in the next week or so. 480. Why is it 480? That doesn't make any sense. I should be streaming at 1920. Take a look here. 480. All of my settings are set to 1920. Like, I mean, it should be. Video output mode, encoder, video bitrate, advanced encoder settings, enforce streaming service bitrate, quality. I mean, it should be 1920. I don't. Oh shit. The output's being scaled. Why is the output being scaled? God damn it, OBS. Okay. Real quick. Be right back. Right back. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've changed the streaming settings, so I should be streaming at 1920 now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy are you right now? I'd say a 7, since I'm dealing with some tax stuff, which is really, really annoying me. All right, how's the resolution now? In the meantime, so anyway, latest Feeding the Trolls, which will be out in about a week. I'm coming down an elevator shaft, and in the next episode, whenever that is, my goal is to... Jesus Christ, dude. Continual fucking focus. Constantly. Why is it doing that? This is why I don't use OBS. Well, what do you use, Jojo Woodshed? Right. Whatever. God damn it. I come down an elevator shaft, and next episode I want to do a bunker. But what I'm thinking is, instead of building the bunker in Photoshop or in After Effects, I want to build it as a miniature and, like, physically build it and then shoot it and then add elements in After Effects later. So I'm going to get really pissed off at my webcam and beat it to death with a hammer. Because it just... Why does it keep... I just want focus to not be going all over the place. White balance gain, contrast, camera control, autofocus. There, done. Apply. Ah, got it. Okay. Got rid of autofocus. Okay. So, I want to design it as a miniature. XSplit. The thing about XSplit is, maybe in the last version of it I saw, I didn't really like XSplit that much. So, let's see, just a rough outline of how this thing's gonna look. Maybe kind of bridge-like. Alright, you know what? I don't like this. So the elevator shaft that comes down is going to be coming down, maybe I'll do this and I'll have this be like, yeah, okay. So I'm building kind of a weird, almost trapezoid. That was right where I actually needed it to be. I can see the crazy 7. So the elevator will be right here, and the elevator is kind of a box. So we'll have blast doors here, and kind of a control command like server and everything, computery stuff along this wall. Camera most often is probably going to be here. So this here might be the priority. At least the thing to build first to get the rest of the scaling done. But I might want to build the elevator shaft, like the elevator here first. Maybe. Then, like, living area, like, right here. Boxes, stuff. And then here, I'm thinking maybe a window onto, like, a subterranean cavern. Now, obviously, we're not going to build the entire thing today. He's drawing a woodshed. Obviously, we're not going to build the entire thing today, but definitely want to do this part, get the scale done. Let me think. Since that's the case, what I might do is I might have this thing like any set, it's going to be able to be taken apart to accommodate the camera. So build it in sections. So like we have this section here, and then we have the shaft here. So this will be section 1, 2, and then like living area, that'll be section 3, and then we'll have like 2 floor pieces, so 4 and 5, and then we'll have this kind of middle area here, which will be section 6, which will also have a floor, but for the most part it'll be like gone. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bits that actually have like major detail work, and 2 pieces that are basically just floor. So what I'm going to be doing is building this thing out of cardstock. Now I have to come up with a scale for this. So like how big am I in relation to how like big the rest of the set's going to be? Let me see here. What do I have that is roughly the size I want to be in this? And that will directly affect the amount of detail we can add into this. Yeah, okay. I guess I could be there. I could be this size. Let's see, how big is this thing here? Where's hang on, let me find a ruler real fast. I think that's like 3.5 inches. Let me check. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is what happens when I try to clean up. I do everything I can to make everything look good, and then I like lose everything that I need to do anything ever. And that's fine. I can find another ruler. It's not that big of a deal. Now I gotta find something. So anyway, yeah, I'm basically not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. I'm making it so I only go shopping for like groceries once a week, instead of what I normally do, which is like whenever I basically need something. And then, you know, I'm here or I'm at work. So I'm like going slowly mad. Hang on. God damn it. Where the fuck is it? Did it fall behind something? Did I put it in something? I used to have like a collection of rulers too. It's like a whole set of them. Tyler stole the ruler. Yeah, probably. He probably did. Didn't you, Tyler? You probably stole the ruler. Well, okay, maybe I can guesstimate here. What do I have that I can use as a ruler? Ah, I know what I have that I can use as a ruler. Never mind. Found it. Found a ruler. Found it. Okay, so how big is this guy? 5 inches. So, if I'm 5 inches, that means that for scale, if that's a bed, that's 5 inches. Which means that 5 inches on this thing is... Damn! You know, I only drew that in passing, but somehow I made it to be almost exactly 1.5 inches. I mean, that's a good scale. Assuming that I go with this figurine here. So, that right there is 1.5 inches. So that means that to scale this thing, 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And yes, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I mean, I've built sets before, but not like little miniature sets. 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And then 1/2 inch. And then... Alright, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, then 33.5 or something. So, in the end, this thing, if I go with that scale, is 33.5 inches across. And then, if I follow this scale, see, so 10 is 33. I come out to like 8.5, which comes to 30. Oh wait, that's not 33. That's 33. So that comes to like 32. So 33 inches by 32 inches. The plague postponed the performance. I hate it. That's bigger than this table. Like, that's actually bigger than the table, I think. No, it's actually not bigger than the table. That's because that there is 36 inches. Like across. You can't see what I'm measuring, but I'm trying to figure out the amount of space that's on this table to do this. You know, that's actually not terrible. It's just really big. So maybe I should scale it down some. If I scale it down a little bit, maybe I can do it. I mean, look at the size of this ruler here and the size of this guy. If I'm using this guy's scale, I could do it 18 by 18. That's manageable. I gotta factor in like the amount of space I actually have available in the apartment. So 18 by 18. That's I could do 18 by 18. And do I want to make a ceiling? I don't think I want to make a ceiling. I won't make a ceiling. Or that'll come later. So how tall are the walls here? So we've got this guy. Then I could make them 8 inches high, which actually works because the paper that I'm using is like standard 11 by 11 by 8.5. So yeah, 8.5 ought to do it. 8.5 ought to do it. All right. Okay. So let's make some mock-ups here. One sec. Alright. Paper. And you. Come to think of it, you know, if I just made the bunker the size of this cutting board, this cutting surface, you know, 17 by 11 would be good, but I can do 18 by 18 or something. Alright. Oh yeah, check this out. It's copper relief that I made. And check this out. This is another copper relief. I had to like completely strip out my locker because ECU closed. There is... Oh right, I let someone borrow that thing. God damn it. Past me was too generous. The new me won't help anybody. That's fine, I can take on any of them. Oh, wait, never mind. Hey. Past me had a better memory. New me doesn't need to remember shit. Yeah. So, let's say this is a wall. Something about there. And we're just going to make a quick mock-up of how I think this ought to work. So we're at, yeah, 8.5. Let's lightly score at 7.5. Like, lightly score it. Yep. So I've been playing Doom Eternal a bunch. I've got really nothing but time. And then I realized I was, like, spending way too much time playing it. It's addictive, just like the first game. I mean, not the first game, but 2016. I'm really not a fan of the platforming, though. Like, really not a fan. It comes in handy in combat, but as, like, a mode of transportation, a lot of those... In my opinion, a lot of the, like, jumping puzzles are really too... Some of them are really fucking annoying. Platforming in first person, in general, is really annoying. Platforming in first person with all kinds of shit going on around you. See? That's high enough of a ceiling, I think. So 7.5 as a ceiling. Yeah. Platforming when there's all kinds of shit going on around you is really annoying. Let me straighten this guy out. Alright, so that gives me a height. I'm gonna do all these, like, lines and shit on it to give myself, like, some idea of how this is gonna fit together, and there's gonna be a bunch of math required that I'm not gonna do, and the thing's gonna fail and look terrible when I'm done. As is the story of everything that I do. Yeah. 2, and let's try and make sure that it's straight as possible. There we go. Alright. So that's my headroom. Yeah, Doom really wasn't... You know what? Doom Eternal isn't Doom. Doom Eternal is Quake. Quake is known for its movement. You know, it's known for its level design. And that's what I was getting as I was playing Doom Eternal. I was like, this is Quake. I mean, you even start off with a shotgun. Like, you don't even get a pistol. I was really, like, around midway through it, I was expecting to see a nail gun pop up. I mean, if you look at the enemies, they're, like, the new ones are almost straight out of Quake 2. Like the Hunter. I mean, I was getting some serious Strogg vibes from that. And 7.5 to maintain. Tyler's just going nuts because I'm doing something that doesn't involve him. Running around. Tyler, what are you doing? Giving me that evil stare like I forgot something. I fed you. Yeah. And this is just a mock-up, you know. I don't need to be super exact quite yet. There we go. So we've got 2 walls here. They can intersect in a corner. You know, I need to boost this up somehow. Like, I need the camera to be higher up. I don't know exactly where I could put it. Aside from, like, taking my tripod, my actual big camera tripod, and putting it over. But this is basically how they're going to fit together here. Like this. And then I'll brace it in the back, and they'll stand up. The only thing is, about some of this is the walls are not very stiff looking. Now, I can add in bracing to help mitigate that, and that might actually, like, go along with the look of the thing. Or I could vacuum form out pieces and, like, make this thing an actual chunky set, but I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, okay. So let's try making some walls here and just see what we're gonna end up dealing with. We're gonna need to build bracers in the back for sure. Like, definitely, we're gonna need bracers in the back. So, take this back. I made the mistake of using an X-Acto knife on the surface, and now I have to, like, refinish it or put a sealant on it because there are some, like, dips. Cut this thing into strips. 1-inch strips. So what else can I talk about while I do this? I got scared a couple of days ago because I wasn't feeling well and I thought I had the COVID-19. Also, I found out that YouTube will demonetize you, of course, if you mention COVID-19 now. I mean, why would YouTube want to not, like, want to make sure that people heard you if you were talking about the disease currently plaguing the planet? Why would they want to do that? Fuck, I fucked this one up. I mean, it's much better to just, like, ignore it. Hey, Weasel, hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing okay. Been better. Wish I could go out and do shit. Visit friends and all that. I made my New Year's resolution this year was to be more outgoing and more social. And then, fucked up the cut. And then this virus comes along and just kind of chucks that out the window. So that's how my year is going. I mean, I made this whole deal. I made a video at the start of this year saying, like, hey, I'm going to be more active. And then what happens? Classes pick up, and I'm like the busiest I've ever been, period, despite the fact that I have more free time than ever before. And then the moment I want to start doing, like, travel vlogs, like go around where I am currently and go like, hey, look at this. Here's a bar, and, you know, this is all the different places around here. Suddenly, oh, fuck you, says nature. You can't go outside. Why would you want to go outside? There's zombies. I had a documentary for class that I was going to make that was going to be about older students, you know, students over the age of 60, over the age of like 40, and I was going to like interview them. I was going to go to all these different universities, like all these different campuses across the state, and I was going to find people and do interviews with them, and like I had a whole bunch of really good ones too, like people who were talking about ageism and how like I had this one guy who's in his 60s who signed up for a trip to go to Dubai, and he was all excited about it, and then the teacher, like the professor, took him aside and said, hey, listen, when we go to these places, we have an image that we want to maintain, and you don't fit that image. And it was like, God damn, this is so good. And now it's like everything's closed. I can't contact any of these people because they're not on campus anymore because, you know, they're in the age range where if they get sick, they could die. And it's like, I'm going to tilt this up here so you guys can actually see what the hell I'm doing. And it's like, you know, there goes like all the shit that I had planned. And I'm trying to not sound like a little, you know, whiny piece of shit and all that, because it's a global health crisis. I get it. I understand. I understand. Shit happens, but still, you know, it's like that one segment on Last Week Tonight, John Oliver's show, where it's like, okay, let's all put aside, get all our anger out right now. And I can't do it. Like, I can't just get it all out. I gotta move this. So right now I'm just building bracers. I'm testing out different bracer designs. Oh God. Alright, so this glue is out of commission. Holy shit. I guess that's what happens when you leave it in the locker for too long. Grab another piece of cardstock. See if we need to use it as a base. I feel like Ashens. I feel like I'm dissecting some ancient jar of olives. There we go. Okay, that's on there. And then I'd put something on this side. Here, do I have any other glue? Like, seriously. I've got this other glue stick. This could do something. Hopefully it hasn't melted, although I'm not... that actually could work. Alright. Stick that on this part here. And then... the way these bracers are going to work, hopefully, is that they're going to be bent, kind of like this. And I'm thinking that spring, that amount of resistive force, he says like he knows what he's talking about, that amount of resistive force will help keep the wall up. And it looks like it does, but to some detriment, because now the wall is leaning that way. But we can also kind of control it. You know, another option is to build this out of wood. You know, like I have... Actually, I don't. That's at the other place, which I can't get to. I didn't know ageism was a thing. The more you know, right? I didn't realize that there are boomer racists. I didn't realize that there are boomer racists. I don't understand. Because it's negative and YouTube doesn't like negative. Yeah. Tell me about it. Alright, well this isn't really working. This idea isn't really working because the glue's taking too long. So I've got a different idea. I could use hot glue. Hot glue has the advantage that it's, you know, it dries fast and it's a really good connection. The disadvantage, although, like, this regular glue here is actually working a lot better than that other stuff that basically turned into porridge. Okay. Huh. I think I can save this, though. We'll keep this here. And again, this is not, like, the final product. This is just me trying to figure out how best to go about, like, holding this thing up with cardstock. Now, there's another option out on the table, is I could double up the cardstock, make it stiffer. Like, I could triple it up. That would certainly, like, make a kind of cardstock laminate. The only thing with all this is that over time it will deform and it'll get, you know, progressively shitty. So it'll get even shittier than it already is. Ugh. But let's try it. It's nice and very well adhesive, though. It's very good adhesive. Are you making a matte painting? No, I'm making a miniature for Feeding the Trolls background. Ugh. Then lay that down. So it's not exactly even, but it's a lot less flimsy than the alternative, which I realize you can't really tell. So I'll let that sit and dry. Ugh. Yeah, this whole thing here is basically garbage. Live and learn. That's why I made 2 of these walls. We've got another one we can, you know, mess around with. Are you making, let's see. I recently got into miniatures myself. Started building Warhammer 40k stuff to use for my... Yeah. That's another thing about the social distancing stuff. I had actually found a group that did D&D that I was looking forward to, like, joining a game because I haven't played it in a while. And I really enjoy D&D, and none of the people in the film program that I'm, like, real close with really get it. And I was really looking forward to playing it finally after several years, and of course, virus had to come along. I actually had a lot of contract jobs lined up too, and then virus had to come along. So hey, support the channel down on Patreon. What are you going to college for, Weasel? Oh, you know, a useless degree, film and video production. I already have an associate's in it, but I was thinking about getting a bachelor's. Having a bachelor's opens up a lot of doors that aren't necessarily open otherwise. What that means in terms of, like, just how employers perceive you. Of course, I'm also, like, writing a book. I honestly have no idea what I want to do with my life. YouTube is probably an outshoot of that. Yeah, probably. The thing is, even though it's cardstock, it is not stiff enough. It's still, like, it's still really flimsy. Now, I wonder if I could, like, reinforce it with another layer, though. Like, if I could get it like that. No, you know what I need? I need cardboard to do this. But I don't have enough cardboard laying around to... Huh. Let me think about something real quick. I actually do have some cardboard, but it's a part of something. I could do it with wood, but I don't have any wood. So, I guess I'm just kind of stuck with paper. I could make it out of paper mache. That'd be a little stiffer. Wouldn't flop around as much. I have friends who play D&D via Discord. Yeah, I need to figure out Discord. I need to like get off that. I mean, my excuse has always been I've been too busy, and now nobody's busy, and everybody's around, and everyone's got time. So I might as well do it. You know. Let's see. I could fold. Let me fold this paper here. There we go. Alright, so if I... There's always D&D like Roll20. I'd be glad to have you. This past December, still looking for a job, but best of luck with you. Yeah, I mean, I'm game. I'm game. If you've got a D&D server and you're willing to deal with someone who's not really familiar with Discord, but probably should be, yeah, I'm game. Well, it helps a little bit. Like, doubling it up helps a little bit. Definitely. Let's see. Do I really... I feel like I actually do have some... Like, even popsicle sticks would go... Would do it. Let's see here. I feel like I've got some in this drawer. No. Just Chuck Testa. Yeah, there's an old meme for you. The fuck is this box? Oh, these are grow lights. Me and my random shit that I just have lying around. Gotta love it. Gotta love a good hot mess. Like I've got a whole drawer here just full of cardstocks. I didn't need to go through the bullshit to get the... Plenty of hot glue. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing this with, hot glue. Nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing but paper, so it's going to be paper. So doubling it up worked. And creating this kind of works. Then I could do... I don't know, I'm just used to dealing with materials that are a lot stiffer than this. But I could fold this up here. Okay, here we go. I've got an idea. First, let's kind of do like poor man's lamination on this. So, yeah, just very basic, very rough kind of. Okay. That is true, Fred, but also Roll20. Let's see, hell yeah, man, it's been fun. My only problem with Discord is the way they update their software is very puzzling. So So I could laminate it and then do this kind of recursive, this kind of arch thing here. And then so long as I had something holding this down, that could do it. That's holding it pretty steady. Let's try it. Let me try connecting that. Just like dab it all on there. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, the new Feeding the Trolls should be out fairly soon. I got kind of sidetracked because work changed up some things, again, because of the virus. And school classes, obviously, they got kind of messed up because of the virus. I did a personality test for the episode because I wanted to do something that wasn't virus related because everyone's doing virus shit. And we could, if I got like a few of these, we could hold it in place and then I could put a layer. Okay, yeah, all right. This could work. This could work. Okay, and we could take this and kind of do this number. Yeah. Like glue it down here, and then it could be on a... Okay. Let's get some glue down on this. Like, I had a live stream I was planning on doing, and all this shit. Then the hours had to get fucked up. Grumble, 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 grumble. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's keeping it pretty straight. And then just glue the base down. Just make sure it's got a good layer. And very carefully place it. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that's steady. It's a lot of paper, but it's steady. It's a little bit... just gotta move it out a little bit more so it's not being bent by this, but yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. That works. And we could build another one of these to try and, like, make it more even and then latch it down. And then, where's the little guy? There he is. That's scale, right there. I have him, like, standing like a fucking zombie. And that's scale. That's not bad. You know, build it, angle it out there, add details and shit. There's going to be screens and things that I add, you know, stuff to. Alright, so let me create another couple of these bracers. Wait, do I need to do... What if I just folded the paper up like 3 times? Let me try that. Yeah. That would make things a lot simpler, go a lot quicker. So I'll just score them. Then folds like that. And then just cut it. So how's everybody else handling quarantine or social distancing? Ah, fuck. Just keep it. Looking good. Well done. Nice work. Yeah, thanks. I was thinking about getting into, like, I don't know, to me, I grew up without, like, a whole lot of, I grew up without a real internet connection, so to me, this is more a callback to when I was young. But the thing is, this is a callback to when I was young. I didn't like that. I didn't like being 20 miles away from my nearest, like, friend. So returning to a state where I can't go outside and there's... I mean, I can go outside, but I can't go anywhere. And there's nothing to do. Yeah. Oh, that's a much better way of making the brace. Much better, a lot simpler. Let's try it. Yeah. So we'll bend it there. And it'll go right on to here. Trying to keep it so you guys can actually see what's going on. Yeah. That works. The walls are going to be kind of uneven, though. Once we can deal with... This is just a prototype. Again, it's just a prototype. What? I'm spending time job hunting, playing D&D, and working my one gaming backlog. Yeah. Yeah. Should probably be doing the same. The job hunting bit. I mean, I am. I'm looking around for places, but it's... North Carolina is not a good, or at least there are better places to look for jobs than here, and I'm looking a lot at those places. My goal is to find something that's steady, that's in my field, that I can go apply to. And then, yeah. I mean, it's curving inward, though. Like, it's still kind of... needs to... I mean, this is what it would look like face on in the camera. Still, that's holding up pretty nicely. I could build another one of these and then, like, lock it in place with a strip. Never left my house a lot or talked with my friends often before the virus, so being quarantined isn't so bad. ASMR for a comedian. Let's see. I'm about to implode. I need people. Sorry about that. But hey, you know, join the stream. Join the stream and we can talk and... Well, I can talk and I guess you can sit there and listen to me talk. And you can watch me build this. Have me on in the background, you know? Have me on in the background. I'm gonna real quick make a brace out of like 2 different pieces of paper, but it'll work. It'll work. Ugh. Put this down here. After the stream, I'm gonna spend the rest of the day writing. I'm writing a cyberpunk sci-fi story. It's a paranormal science fiction, kind of occult science fiction story that I put off for a while because of all the different things that we now take for granted. And I spent some time reading it last night, and it's really good. Like, I don't normally think that my work is good, but it's actually really good, and I want to finish. I want to finish working on it. Here we can. You know what? I'm gonna leave that like that. Let's see. I just want a nice full-time job that'll support me living a happy, healthy life. Yeah, I know. It's called the Canadian dream. Emigration is something that I'm also, like, looking into, or at least I was, before the virus made it so... so I can't actually move anywhere. Hooray for the virus! Everyone loves the virus. Fucking up everybody's plans. And also, unfortunately, killing a lot of people. So, yeah, take it seriously, though. I'm not one of these fucking asshole YouTubers that are like, oh, dude, I'm outside and all the fucking roads are real clear, so now I'm gonna run in really big shoes. Fuck you. I'm gonna run a marathon, clown tooth, and fucking... Yeah, asshole. I'll keep it ambiguous as to who I am speaking of. As I say, the sooner I get away from him and how all of the people what pissed me off a lot about the program is that a lot of people I know that are in the program are only in the program because he lives here, and they're like, I'm gonna get this degree, and then I'm gonna help him out making YouTube videos for him, and it's gonna, like, dude, if you want a film degree, you should want it because you want to make film. You should want it because you want to be creative. First of all, you don't need a degree. I'm just doing it because I wasn't in a really great headspace when I decided to do it, and then I recovered. But, like, don't get a college degree. Don't put yourself through a college program, 4-year program, in the hopes that you can get a job helping someone on their fucking Instagram account, okay? Do it because you want to actually make something of yourself and do something creative. Not because I'm going to help him get to 30 million subscribers. No. That's not a good reason to go to fucking college. That's not. You can do that as a hobby. You can do that on your own. You don't need to get yourself $45,000 into debt because a famous YouTuber's in the area, and you want to be the person who gives them fucking coffee. All right, I'm going on a rant. I get it pisses me off. It really seriously pisses me off when people I know, like, they talk to me and, like, that's their goal. Like, my goal just starting out is I want to get a job with him, and I'm going to, yeah, it might be boring, but, he can really help me out. No, he fucking can't. He fucking can't. And he doesn't care. Just, I don't know, maybe it's from the perspective of someone who came into the program with their own YouTube channel and their own kind of general knowledge of how the system works. And it's like, this is not a thing. This is not a thing where you go like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do as a career, unless you're really prepared to suffer for a long time. The idea that you can just get a shout out from, like, oh, he's got like 1 million subscribers, he gives me a shout out, I'll be able to, like, do, and, like, there are taxes involved with this. There are serious rules involved with this. I mean, it's like those people that are like, I'm gonna be my own boss. I'm gonna start my own business and be my own boss, and it's like they don't know a goddamn thing about it, and they just jump into it and they expect it to go somewhere, and it never does. because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, because they had expectations that weren't actually reality. Anyway, rant over. That's just me. That's just me talking about someone whose name I'm not going to mention, but whose influence is widely felt, and who occasionally, he does good things. But if your goal is to be in YouTube, or your goal is to make films, then maybe consider doing something on your own and not hoping that somebody who happens to be in the same geographic area as you will make your career. That is a rarity. That doesn't happen. And especially don't sell yourself. Like, oh god, I could go off on like people I know who talked shit about this guy all the time, and then they landed like a tertiary editing job with him, and they're like, oh my god, he's so amazing. No. Anyway, rant over. I'm done talking about him. I've even fucking met him. And it's like, don't worry about it. He's not all he's cracked up to be. Right. So, I'm charging up the hot glue gun so I can like gluify things with better control here. See, I think these are the right size. Yeah, this is the right size. No, this is not the right size. Jesus. What a big fucking gun. Yeah, this is the right size. Like a real big fucking gun. I don't generally like using the hot glue gun because I'm always kind of paranoid that it's gonna, like, I don't know, melt something or burn something. I don't know. I believe that was Logan Paul's camera guy idea when they went into the suicide forest. Yeah. But Logan Paul still has a career. Fucking. You know, I have rum. I could put it in here and have some Irish coffee, and then this could be drinking with Weasel while he messes with knives. Alright, so this general design is coming along. It's not quite even, but I think, like, as far as walls go, this could work. Now, all I gotta do is make another one of these, and then put them together, and we can see how a joint would come together. From the size, though, it looks like, in order to make this whole thing work, for section 1, which is what we'll be working on today, it looks like I'm going to need probably 4 of these to create this corner. So, yeah. I guess once that's done, I can angle the entire structure like this with the camera. Have it going like that. This is my only day off. I have to go into work because apparently I'm essential. Not essential enough to get paid, though. Yeah. Irish coffee sounds good. Just be careful. Yeah, I won't. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'll be careful. I'm just saying I'm not gonna. So how would these? If I made 2 flats, how would they line up? Because they would need to. They need to be seamless. Like there'd need to be some kind of. I guess I could put props in front of it, like a computer and everything. I could do that. And I know I was saying, like, this is a prototype, but I don't know. Might use it. Of course, anything that I build with it also has to be textured, so in addition to In addition to the paper structure, I'm going to have to basically wallpaper on a concrete texture. We got a Corona body just yesterday. A Corona body? What's a Corona body? Not yesterday, Friday. Okay. Corona body. I guess they could be linked up with a strip here. Alright, well first, since we're bending them at the 7.5, go ahead and make another one like that. So, score it and cut. You know, he had the guy I'm talking. All right, I'm not gonna talk about him. I was just about I don't know. Going off on a tangent on him. He's not a bad guy. I just don't think he fully appreciates, I don't think he fully appreciates how people assume that he's going to affect their future. I don't think he gets that. I think he just thinks people are fans, and fans are awesome. I just don't think he really fully appreciates how he affects people. I don't think he gets it. Oh, right, there's paper down here. Awesome. Never mind. It's about to walk all the way back to the computer. Is this cardstock? This is cardstock, so that'll work. Yeah. So how did we go about building this flat design that was really successful? We have basically 3 main layers. We have this thing that's bent around another freestanding piece of paper, and then that's glued to another piece of cardstock that's then got these laminated sections that are attached to this. Let's take a look at that. So if this is the front piece, then it looks like what I did was, yeah, I bent it around the same, only I didn't actually score it that time. I think I just bent it. I think I bent it at 1 inch or 1.5 inches. I'll go with 1 inch. So, folding it at 1 inch. There we go. And then, yeah, that's what I did. This is what I did. Yeah. All right. So now laminate it, and it looks like the glue gun is nice and hot. So we'll laminate it with the glue gun. Now I have to be careful with using the glue gun on this, because the glue itself could actually create a texture that I'm probably not going to want. So just try and do it nice and thin. And I gotta be careful to put this on here as quickly as possible. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's stable. I mean, there's some texturing, but that's stable. All right, so now I gotta do this on the inside. So, real quick. Whoa, that's smoking. If this catches fire, this is gonna be an interesting stream. Hot. There we go. All right, that's not bad. Yeah, that works. It's a little bumpy, but it's not bad. Yeah. All right, so now get another piece of paper. And I believe that I have this thing at... Let's take a look. I asked yesterday, and he said, absolutely not. Let's say 6, you're exposed. Hey, Fuzzy, I've been watching you for 10 years. And I'm super glad you're still going. Keep it up, man. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad I'm still going, too. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still going, but, you know. I think I've said this before, but I really can't imagine a time that I wouldn't be doing YouTube. Even if, like, it never works out and it never becomes something that gains me anything but, like, a small but, you know, dedicated fan base. Like, even if I just remain in YouTube obscurity forever, I'm okay with that. Just to do something. Like, I can't imagine not doing this. Unless someone offered me $1 billion to stop. Then I'm like, I don't know, guys. Okay, if someone offers me $1 billion to stop YouTube, I will. If I'm not gonna lie, I'll stop. I'll stop for $1 billion. But it has to be like $1 billion in the way that we value it, not $1 billion post like great collapse where it's $1 billion for a loaf of bread here. We can't have. I'm not talking about that. You know, current $1 billion, current $1 billion value. Oh yeah, that's smoking. that's smoking. Put that on there. Though I'm pretty sure that's just steam. It's just steam from the dry paper. Don't worry, I'm not gonna burn the apartment down. It's not... The glue gun gets hot, but it doesn't get that hot. Like, it doesn't get that hot. Alright, so together, they kind of look like this. There's a pretty evident seam, but like I said, we can deal with that when the time comes to deal with that. This piece is a little bit higher, like, I don't know if you can see the edge, but the piece is a little bit higher. You can always iron it out. Yeah, I could. Let's see. ISO exposed your... Oh, someone got into the your debate, and I mean not your debate. I mean like your thing. It's a common mistake. All right. So you can't see what I'm doing behind this thing, but I'm going to glue this. Well, I guess I could angle it so you could see it. So I'm going to connect these together with a strip just to keep them together. So it'll be a strip just like right there. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'll do this. Woohoo! That's a lot of smoke! Again, I'm sure it's not a fire hazard. I'm sure it's just steam. The inside of my apartment is very humid because of the fish tank. There we go. There we go. And then I'll put the bracers up on that side, and then I'll put another thing here. Yeah. Look at this thing. I'm actually kind of curious right now. Here, let me see something real quick. I'm gonna find a stone texture, and I'm gonna print it off of Google, and I'm gonna lay it over this just to see how that looks. So let's see, concrete, images, large, no, not all, size, large. That's a decent amount. 5,000 by 5,000. That's good. Oh, that's because it's the background. Save as. I want to view the image. Ah. What about that? What about this? Trying to find one that doesn't have those stupid little cameras. That looks good. It's got an interesting texture behind it. Save image. Pictures. There. Alright. To answer your question, Fuzzers, I work at a funeral home and we got a oh, God. Oh, wow. You stay safe there, Hapsel Fizz. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't know if victims are, like, I don't know if dead bodies remain capable of infecting others. I mean, I'm sure they do. I don't know how long they remain capable of infecting others. But definitely stay safe there, man. Let's see, A4, 11 by 17, paper tray, landscape, size, full page. All right, so I'm going to print out something, and we're going to see. Oh, great, my neighbor is activating their thing. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I know you're primarily a PC gamer, but I was wondering if you do anything on Nintendo Switch. No, I don't have a Switch. I don't have a Switch. I never really got into game consoles, so to me, yeah. Hold on, be right back. Okay, so got this. Wall texture. I want to see how well this can integrate, like how well we can mask the seam here. So I'm going to take this, put this over here, and get to cutting this out. So the amount of let's see, 1 point, so all right, we'll cut this and take a look at what we got. Gotta go, Weasel. Glad to catch a stream for once. Thanks. Hope you had fun listening to me kind of ramble on about problems and stuff. I'm gonna cut this and see about how this can work. Let's keep it on. Keep it on the grid. You know, I got this cutting surface thing for like $5. It's like one of the best $5 I've spent. This is like a really good one. It's not the best, and it got warped because I rolled it up like an idiot. Yep. Okay. Take that. And oh yeah, has any of you seen the KSP stuff that I'm doing on the gaming channel? Like just a real quick catch on that. I'd like to, like, if any of you have seen it, like, what do you think of that? Do you think I ought to shorten it down or anything? This, and that's not even. There we go. My end goal with this whole project is to have something that I've got to like actually look at this. Fuck! Fucked up the angle. Alright, well that could be the floor. Alright. There we go. There we go. So now, take this, and we'll just kind of see, you know, that it doesn't actually look half bad, actually. I think, yeah, that didn't actually look half bad. I bet you that could work. Before I apply it, let's get the cross bracing done on that side and make sure that both sides are, you know, gonna stay together and not just fall to pieces. I keep expecting to, like, turn around and that thing to have, like, started a fire. I haven't gotten any notifications for a gaming channel. Let me check. Seems I was unsubbed from it. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Everybody gets unsubbed from it. I mean, I got debelled from, like, half a dozen channels. You know, you go through the process of hitting the subscribe button, hitting the stupid bell, hitting... Then there's, like, a drop-down menu now where you have to select, like... What is the point? What is the point of having the bell? What is the point of any of this? If I subscribe to a channel, it means I want to see everything that fucking channel puts out. I guess it's, like, anti... like, view botting or sub botting measures, but all that means is that you program it to activate a little drop-down menu. It's not hard to do that. I could do that, and I'm not even, like, I barely know how to do it. And keep that nice and steady. There we go. Yep. Alright. And I'll make 3 of these. I'll make 3 of these. So what else is going on in everybody's life? Anybody got anything cool going on? Anybody not a horrible loser? Whoa, that's a lot of smoke. Like, that's actual smoke now. That or it's glue vapors that'll give me cancer in 40 years. I don't know. How hot is this? Let's see. It's not that hot. That barely left a burn. It's just a lot of vapors and shit that I shouldn't be breathing. Ah, fuck. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, really shouldn't be breathing. Hot. There we go. Only 2 more to go. Let's see. YouTube unsubs from the channels you subscribe to. I remember subscribing to this guy ever since 2011, and sometime later, a few months ago, YouTube unsubscribed me from his channel. Happened to me, I remember back in the days of Copper Cab. Yeah. What's been going on with that guy? I heard he was, like, on a reality TV show, and then he, like, changed. He's now he's a she now? Or, like, what's going on? Well, I'm getting you into D&D, so that's pretty cool. I'm getting you into... Oh, yeah, Alexander Mandry. Hit me up on Twitter. That's actually anybody who's watching, if you ever want to get in contact with me, the easiest way is just going to be DMing me on Twitter. My DMs are open. At least they should be. Alright. Oh, God. Woohoo! This shit's like fucking hot and making me kind of woozy. Maybe I'll just make 2 of these. Ah! Damn it, that's fucking hot. This is the stupid way to go about this. I got a feeling that there's an easier way to do this that I'm not doing because I'm just like dumb. But seriously, I don't like using the hot glue gun. I'll make 1 more bracer with it, then I'm turning it off because that thing is like making a really. That's making a lot of smoke. I'm not really a fan of that. He does web series with a bunch of alt-right grifters. I'm not even joking. Are you serious? Really? Maybe I should give him another look. Like, that sounds... Oh, that sounds like that would be a fun video. We're gonna party like it's 2011 up in here. Party like it's 2012. Like, can you give me an example? Like, what do they do? I'm pretty sure Copper Cab changing his gender was a publicity stunt. He came out very shortly after Bruce became Caitlyn. Seems your DMS aren't open. Also, careful, man. Really? Okay, at me. At me on Twitter. I'll see that. If you just at me on Twitter. I will definitely see that. And I really do want you to too, because I'd really like to get into a game again. I had a game set up with a guy at work, but you know, again, coronavirus did the corona thing. You know, for someone who's dealing with the coronavirus everywhere, I don't have any corona at home, and that's something I want to remedy. I want to get me some corona. I might go in later today. No. Fuck, I can't. I can't go anywhere. Well, you know what? Okay, how about this? How about this? Technically, today is Sunday, so technically it's a new week, right? So am I being irresponsible if I say I'll just do my shopping on Sunday, and then today's Sunday, so I do my shopping? Is that... Okay, we're turning this off. Blech. Is that irresponsible? Post in the comments below if I'm gonna kill people. Post in the comments below if this is irresponsible. Should tell you everything you need to know. Oh, my Tracy, that sounds like Prime Feeding Controls material. What? Tracy, yeah. That does sound like fun. That does sound fun. Actually, that sounds a lot of fun. I might, you know what? I'm gonna find some Copper Cab stuff and do them again. All right, I at you added. Okay, let's take a look. All right, I got you. Gonna send you a message. Yo. I'm going to go back and I'm going to follow you too, just to make sure that everything works out. Alright, so we've got our support themes done. Copper Cab did a thing with Gavin McInnes, holy shit, who is friends with Ben Shapiro and other far-right. Just remember to wash your hands. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and add these to our structure. Fuck it, I'll turn it back on. What's the worst that could happen? Fold this in. Yeah, that works. That works. I've noticed that I keep saying that works when things are obviously not working. Ugh. Maybe it's the hot glue that I'm using is just bad. Because whenever I put it in, it like bubbles up and like sprays noxious, toxic shit at my face. Get some Corona. I really like... Corona is my favorite beer. Corona is my... Actually, just generally speaking, I don't know what it is, but most, like, Mexican beers that I've tried, I generally like. I don't know why. Woohoo. So YouTube messed up and didn't send. And didn't send what? I don't understand. What didn't YouTube send? It's alright. It's okay. There's something to live for. Jesus told me so. In class we watched the American movie, which if you haven't seen that documentary, it's fucking great. Like that and Living in Oblivion are two of my favorite making movies. And there's this scene where the guy is trying to get this old uncle of his to say a line in ADR. And the line is like, it's all right, it's okay, there's something to live for, Jesus told me so. And the guy he's sitting in the car and he keeps going, it's all right, it's okay, And then they like, take 36, it's all right, it's okay, there's something to... And at one point, the old man is like, say it like you believe it. Come on, man. And the old guy goes, but I don't believe it. And it's sad. Because he was obviously, like, the old man was, to me at least, clearly kind of depressed. But at the same time, it's just that delivery where he says, like, I don't believe it, though. Like, damn, dude. But yeah, if you ever want to see, like, American movie is really good. My aunt's a nurse. She just told me that one of her workers told her not to leave work in her scrubs because... Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You definitely don't want to leave if you're getting sprayed down with stuff. I mean, what I do... I work retail because I had to like get a job to support myself while I was in school, and I needed something that was more reliable than getting like gigs. I mean, I got gigs and everything, but something more reliable than like maybe I get paid this month, maybe I don't, right? And like whenever I come back from a shift now, first thing I do when I get home is like I throw all my clothes in the washing machine and I just take a shower. Like, immediately. A long, like, hot, deep, scrubbing shower. Like, I wash myself, like, basically 3 times. Just to make fucking sure. And I thought about keeping, like, mouthwash with me, too, just to, like, gargle it every hour or something, but I realized that probably won't do anything. But yeah, if you're a nurse and you're like coming in contact with the virus, you really should not just don't bring it out. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. So how is this keeping together? It looks like it's keeping together pretty well. What I need is to just like put something across here. So I can create another beam and hot glue it across that area. There we go. I always change out my work clothes after I clock off. Yeah, it's the smart thing to do. Especially since like yesterday when I was at work, all these were. I was surprised at how many kids were there. Like everybody, and I guess it's because they all have to stay home now. So it's like parents have to find them something to play with. And it brought back to mind this conversation I had with a buddy of mine who's like really into like the 80s. He's super into like past stuff, doesn't like technology, doesn't like all that. And I remember him saying like kids don't play with toys anymore. You know, they don't play with toys, they don't play with action figures. And I was sitting watching those kids like just come into where I work, and I was thinking, wow, if there was ever an argument to getting kids into video games, this is the argument. Because every one of those kids, like, they're at risk. You take them to a place like where I work during fucking looks good so far, man. To clarify, they also said don't go to work in your scrubs, yeah? I'm living for watching Fuzzy build minis. Yeah. And I was just looking at these people bringing all their kids into this place, and they're all. One of the kids was like coughing, and it's like I'm sure he's just like coughing, but you know when they were coughing, it's like they had like these. I'm trying to describe it, but it wasn't. It was like this horrible hoarse kind of like. Bleh, bleh. And they were just coughing like out into the open air, like. They weren't coughing into an elbow. They were coughing on shelves. If one of these kids had the fucking virus, like I'm infected. If one of them had the virus, I've got it. Because I came into contact with them because I had to walk through them. Because it was like a herd of them. And they were all hanging out in the aisle that I had to push the cart through. And they were like, one of them was just like, and the mom was like, cover your mouth, Timmy. And he covered his mouth with his hand. And then he proceeds to touch things with that hand. Like, damn it. Sorry to dig up an old topic again, but yeah, on his site he called Censored TV Show. That's owned by Gavin McInnes and Milo Yiannopoulos, and even on their website banner. I think YouTube spam filter triggers my last message, and I typed it in URL. Oh, yeah, probably. Alright, so, back end of this is, I think, good. Looks like it picks up. I can pick it up from one end, and it stays together. Okay. So we've got the back end. The only problem is this wall is bowed. Like, it's bowed out significantly. But I might be able to correct that. Take a look at the dashboard real quick. Stream health is good. Stream health is yellow. Yeah. Let's see. Ew, Milo. People are attacking healthcare workers. God damn it. Why? Why are they attacking healthcare workers? Can we not be horrible people? Can we not be a terrible, terrible people? Let's take a look. Alright. So that kind of overlaps a little bit. Like, I mean, it hangs off the edge, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see if I can angle it up. Like, I can hold it out like this, and then I can no, I can't. It's gotta be a single piece, which means I gotta like move this around so you can see what I'm doing. Why do kids gotta be gross? Because they don't know any better. Like, okay, look, I'm not blaming the kids. I don't blame the kids. You know, they don't know any better. They don't know, like, you know, don't cough into your hands and then touch something. They're just little kids. They don't know. I blame the parents, but then again, you know, we live in America. There's no safety net. If your kids need to be at school, you know, you got to take them everywhere with you. You can't leave a 5-year-old alone. You know? You can't. So I don't blame the kids, and I don't really necessarily blame the parents. Everyone's just doing what they can, but at some point you gotta say, like, please don't cough into your hand and touch something. Or give the kid a mask. Tell him to just wear the mask. Panicking people are horrible. Stay safe. Yeah, panicking people really are horrible. When we opened up, it was early in the morning. We barely had any toilet paper, and like the very first thing everybody did was like kind of hogpile the toilet paper and then complain because we have restrictions on how much toilet paper they can buy now. There we go. Yeah. Hey, that ain't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And that covers up the seam. And I mean, like, you know, have the camera in front of it, like this. I mean, angle this so it's going to be kind of like that. You know, have the camera in front of it. Have, you know, me. Like, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. I have definitely done worse work. Let's see. Those people are probably afraid nurses and doctors are coming in contact with patients. If it's the case, the nurses and doctors are the ones. Yeah. Take a drink. Might make some more coffee. So how far out do I want the floor to go? I'm thinking 4 inches, maybe. Or maybe a full paper. I mean, this seems like a good distance for a floor. Or if I cut this in half. Yeah, I could cut this in half. Alright. 2, so cut along the 10 line. Fuzzy, do you have a flat iron? They're great for paper and art projects. They flatten your paper out real nice. I have a clothes iron that I don't really ever use because I'm just that way. Right about there. Okay, I'm gonna cut this out. Whoa. Am I hitting? Oh, the hole's there. Damn it. Yep. Okay. Yep. Fucking hole there. God damn it. So that's a floor. Take this out here. And I can start putting the floor together. I'm trying to angle it so the light can catch it, but so I can also see it. But there's no good way to do that. Yeah, have the floor overlap a little bit here so we can get rid of that seam. There we go. Alright. Oh, need more toxic glue. Okay. So, just like, why is there so much smoke? Ah. Coming right at me, too. Okay. Flip this over. Put this down right in here. And then flatten it out. There we go. And now we have a floor, sort of. We have a base anyway. So, are you gonna green screen yourself onto this? Yes, I am going to green screen myself onto this. I'm building a miniature. I will then film the miniature, add in some stuff in After Effects like screens, like I'm gonna put computer screens in this, but I'm gonna add in they're gonna have like red or green backgrounds, and then I will add in stuff there. There. Get that off the table. Go. And now for the other part of the floor, which will be here. Which I guess could also overlap. Nah, let's keep it like this. Let's keep it like this. Alright. So, let's see, where is this? That ends at about here. So I'm going to make a little mark. There. So I know where to stop the glue. Alright. And watching that toxic shit spray right at my fucking face. Just not gonna breathe. I'm just not gonna breathe. I'm just not breathing. I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing. Not breathing. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's hot. That's hot. Ha. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's a floor. And that also adds no stability. I was about to say, and that also adds stability. No, it doesn't. Alright. So that's coming along, and that's kind of what it'll look like face on. You can't really see, but that's coming along. And I'm looking at it, and it looks okay-ish. So now what we can do is we can build a corner. The thing is, if I start building a corner to this thing, I'm going to have to like rearrange the desk completely. Like I'm going to have to stand once I start doing that. Also, I'm still trying to figure out where I'll store this when I'm done with it. You know what? I'm not going to attach the corner. It's just going to be flat. So, I mean, they'll still get in the way, but, you know. I wish you got a PO box so we could send you cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, I might not be in the area for a lot longer, so getting a PO box isn't really, I don't know about that. But definitely once I get established somewhere and I can like afford to actually put down roots, I'll get a PO box so you guys can send me contaminated shit. Which one? There are dozens. Yeah, what kind of SpongeBob meme? Yeah, I'm not gonna attach the corner. The corner is just gonna be a piece that slides into place. So I guess I could build the corner. And now that we've got the process down, it shouldn't be too difficult. But still, even if I build the corner... Okay, so what could I build in the meantime? What could I be building in the meantime? Tyler, what could I build? Tyler. Tyler says he, found no peace as he smashed the blood temple. Tyler's weird like that. The one about water, I still don't understand. Yeah. I could make props. Oh, makes sense. All right. Put these down. So we'll have server now. All right, we're turning I just turned and I was like, whoa, I feel kind of weird. Yeah, it's that hot glue gun. All right, we're turning that off. This is not a well-ventilated area. Ah. Yeah, this is not a well-ventilated area. Ah. All right, where's the glue? Where's the other glue that I was using that sucked? Here's the glue that I was using that sucked. Oh, wow, it fucking melted. I mean, it really did. I mean, look at it. It turned into gunk. Not glue. Not glue the way you know it. He's with us always. That's a reference that none of you are gonna get. Except maybe Jojo, he might get it. Cut this off. I scrape this nasty shit off of here. Oh, cool, look, the edge. So, not only is this thing, like, gooified, it's also useless. It's completely useless to me. Well, maybe it's not useless. Maybe it's got a little bit of life left in it. Maybe. Possibly. I have no idea how long it takes to dry. SpongeBob is in Sandy's tree dome, and he keeps saying that I don't need... Oh! Oh, okay, alright. I get it now. Alright, so I could build a server. I could build a computer, or I could focus on more flats. Because I definitely want, like, an angle to this. Like, I definitely want to build a corner. I guess build a corner. I mean, might as well. I mean, I already know how to fucking do it, so let's do it. It's glunk. Yes, it's glunk. Move that. And let's cut at the 7.5. 7.5. So right here. There. Lined up. Okay. Lightly score it. Flip this. Take this flat and put it there. This thing's gonna be huge. This is one of the biggest projects I've done in this apartment, aside from like the interior shelving that I drilled all over the place for. Alright, so we'll take this at about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch in. So about like right to here. So what are some other things that I'm planning on doing? Oh, I'm planning on doing a series where I explore my headcanon for different Doom levels. Just as a side project. Like going through E1M1 and trying to justify like it as a real world space. Thought it might be fun. Yeah, there we go. And now the glunk. The glunk. Oh god. I don't know what I did to this glue, but it looks like oatmeal. It looks like oatmeal. Oh, it's awful. All right, maybe that was just the goo at the surface because this other stuff on it is okay. Ugh. Oh, this is gross. It kind of reminds me of when I was like a kid and I would get bored in class. So when I was in elementary school, right, we had those desks that have like the holes in them. The one where there's a physical cubby underneath the desk surface. So I had a glue stick, and I would get so bored that I would take the cap of the glue stick and like mash it up against the glue until it made these strings of glue that I would then like put in the inside of the desk to make it look like there were cobwebs. And the desks, right, they weren't consistent. So we didn't have an assigned desk. We had to go and get one. And it was kind of first come, first serve. So I would kind of intentionally get like the back desk, and I would put the glue inside the desk to make it look like there were cobwebs all over it. And then the next day, I'd try and get a desk that wasn't... I would try to get a different desk. And whoever would sit at the desk would go, "There's cobwebs in the desk. There's spiders in the desk." Oh, it was fun. That's a memory I haven't activated in probably 10 years. Things get strange as you get older. Oh yeah, I just started Doom Eternal. I'm on, I think, level 5. This game is awesome. Yeah. Too overrated of a video game. They are bringing it down way too much to titles like... They're bringing it down with too much... What? Too overrated of a video game. They're bringing it down with too much titles like Disney is with Marvel and Star Wars. Huh? Are you talking about Doom? Or like, what are you talking about? Also, what do you mean? Because I can't... There we go. How secure is this? Like, oh, that's going to take a little bit to dry. That's going to take a little bit to dry. So while that's drying over here, presumably, we'll make some... make some bracers. I think I can cut this thing in half and just make 2. I think I can get away with just making 2 this time. Though maybe I should make 3. Yeah, I'm gonna make 3. It's best just to make 3. So we'll hit this at 4.5. Yeah, right in there. Let's watch Cute Fuzzy Weasel slice off the end of his fingertips. Too overrated video... Oh, there's still glue cobwebs. Yeah. And fold this. There we go. I want to try and fold this in on itself a little bit, too. So I get that 3-tiered thing. And then... the glunk! Once again, the glunk. I'd go get more supplies, but social isolation. There we go. Smear some glunk around on this. That's level 1 of glunkification. I really want to talk about Eternal's storyline, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Like, I don't want to be saying something and then have someone join in and they didn't know I was talking about it, and then I give away something. But suffice to say, I really liked the story. Like, I really did like the story. Bethesda is making Doom having a bad reputation just like they are with Rage. What? You just want to see numbers symptom. Rage was overhyped and generic. Doom has the music and better level design. Think. Praise the glunk. Praise the glunk. The glunk is good. The glunk is good. The hot glue gun is evil. The hot glue gun is evil. The glunk makes goo. I can't. That's a Zardoz reference. Let's see. Praise. Praise the glunk. All ye praise the glunk. Ugh. Praise the glunk. You cannot stop it. They are no longer your glunk to save. They are no longer your glunk. What you interrupt now is greater than you can imagine. I really don't like it when someone says something is greater than something I can imagine. I can imagine a lot of things. A lot of weird shit, mostly. Same here, dude. Marauder encounter was nuts. Yeah, the first time I ran into the Marauder, that was... God damn, that guy is fast. He is fucking fast. I do appreciate it, though. Like, I'm frustrated by the difficulty curve, but at the same time, I have to admit that Doom 2016 was kind of easy. Like, really easy. So this, while I'm not necessarily a fan of how difficult Doom Eternal can be at times, especially on, like, ultra-violence, or hell, just Hurt Me Plenty sometimes is, like, kicks my ass. I need to get good. Let's see. That's not my point. My point is they are running it into the ground. Just like how other big-name corporations big head and keep pushing titles for no reason and money. Glad I decided to pop in and stay. How is Bethesda running Doom Eternal into the ground, just out of curiosity? Like, was it just the hype for the game? Or, like, how are you doing it? I hate it when they rush things. What did they rush? I mean, aside from that DRM thing that happened, that was funny. But, like, what did it rush with Doom Eternal? Because the thing that I like about the game the most is how good it runs. Like, I haven't had a chance to upgrade my PC in a while. I run a 960, and it's still, like, the game is so fucking smooth. How they managed to get it that fucking smooth on a 960 is so... It fucking runs better than Skyrim. And Skyrim runs amazing on my system. On my system. I gotta preface that. I'm talking about my personal system. Let's see. Man, they only made 2 games and remastered an old one. Okay. Taking their time. Man. Okay, so I think this is dry now, is it? No, not dry. The glunk takes its fucking time to dry. So what else can I do? I think here. What could I do to add to this? I'm not sure. I guess I could build some props. Maybe. That's going to require that I get onto, like, Photoshop. Like, that's going to be a whole other thing on its own. But with these things drying, there's not a whole lot I can do. Aside from make another concrete wall texture. Maybe I'll do that. Let's think. What could we do while we wait for this to dry? Oh, you know what? I could pick out a floor texture. Yeah, alright, let's try that. So I'm looking right now at floor. Concrete floor. Oh, you know what? What about tile? Nah, concrete floor works. And I will save that image. Yep. Open that. And print this. Print. Alright, so we're printing out some floor. I'll be right back. I gotta get up and go to the printer. One second. Alright, here. How's that for floor texture? I mean, we're barely going to see a floor, but in the event that we do, just in the event. Hey, Weasel, hope you didn't get infected with the zombie virus. I got infected with the T-virus. I want to hear your point. Besides, we're all... Yeah, I want to hear your point. Like, what are they doing to run Doom into the ground? Like, genuinely, what are they doing to run Doom into the ground? Here's my Discord ID. Yeah, I'll deal with Discord in a minute. Like, later. Let's see. So we'll cut this while we wait for this guy to figure out, or... Because I am curious as to what his opinion is. Because I think if there's any series that they're running into the ground right now at Bethesda, it's Fallout. They've just about fucking murdered that. Like, murdered that game. Tore it to pieces. He's still working on it, but coming along. So did he build it yet? No, I'm not. I haven't finished the build yet. I'm probably not going to finish it today. Like, this is going to be a multi-stream kind of project. I might even get help. Like, I think Splintersmith could probably help me out on this, or, you know, actually, my dad likes making miniatures. He could get into this. Ah, shit. There we go. Alright, so we got floor, and I think I cut that in half long ways last time. Like 9 point here. Yeah, right about here. And then along the 8. I tell you what, you know one thing that I really miss? And I've been missing it more and more since this whole thing started. And it's going to gross you guys out. Probably. I don't know. I miss Taco Bell. I fucking love Taco Bell. That's the one thing about this place, this town, is that the Taco Bell here is actually good. And I actually did like going to it because they had really good deals. Like, it was weird. But I don't know, I I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything or I can't go anywhere or do anything anymore. Take a look here. Yeah, okay, so if the base of the next one comes out to here, then this is a good place. Okay. There we go. Now there's a small seam in the floor, but again, I might be able to get rid of that. Alright, so let's glunk this up. Whoa, yo, yo. 90s corporate rap. Gonna glunk the house. Buy our stocks. Young folks like this music styling. Yo. Yo. Yo, yo. Streets. Like my peeps on the street, like my stock index, come to, I don't know, what's a generic name, like Sackle and Sons or something? Come to Sackle and Sons and get your stock options. I can't do it. I feel like I should be doing it in Morty's voice. Like, come to Rick and Sons and get your stock options. Get all the stock options. We got blue chip. We got a red chip. We got Lay's. We got all the chips. And all you gotta do is trust our judgment when it comes to your stocks. Gonna hippity hip hop. We have a Taco Bell where I'm no fan of it, just not my thing. You know what? If I go out and I pick up groceries tonight, I'm gonna get some tacos. I feel like tacos. I'll get some tacos and I'll find some ground something. Oh, God. I'll find some ground something and I'll make some tacos. I did actually look up like alternatives to ground beef because ground beef is really not great for you. And I found this one article about like making scrambled eggs and adding in the taco flavoring and some thickeners, and it makes kind of a weird ground beef substitute. I'm curious what you would like to see them try and make symptom. Oh, we're still talking about that. All right. I'll find some ground something and make tacos. My various layers of fat demand tacos. I demand taco meat. I need to put on more fat for next winter. Although, I could cook tofu. I could make tofu tacos. And that's the one thing people aren't actually getting that I've noticed. Like, the one thing people aren't hoarding, at least where I live, is tofu. No one's getting tofu. Maybe it's because it's Asian and people where I'm at are kind of racist. Well, okay, is tofu Asian? I think it originates in like, East Asia, doesn't it? I just pick up some local roadkill and ground it up. There is actually a dead deer by my apartment that no one has gotten. I'm not kidding. It's been there for a week. It is disgusting. And the city hasn't gone out to pick it up yet. Like... Okay, so that's not bad. This is not bad. This is coming together. Yeah. He says, unconvinced of himself. So it's a little bit warped. The walls are kind of fucked up, but I can deal with that. So it looks like, let me take a look here and see if this, it's not really dry, but I'd say it's close enough. The glunk waits for no one. All praise the glunk. Just something new, something we haven't heard of in a long time, like Ubisoft with their terrible games, for an example. They only want Rainbow Six. I don't think Doom is quite at the level of Rainbow Six yet. I do think, though, especially given like what they did with Eternal's gameplay, a remake of Doom 1. I would love to see a remake of Doom 1. Although I think Doom Eternal's pretty much the remake of Doom 1 that I've been waiting for, because it feels like, I mean, not Doom 1, a Quake 1. Quake 1, I'd love to see a remake of Quake 1. Though, again, given the atmosphere of Doom Eternal, that's pretty much Quake 1. But I would love to see a remake of Quake 1. Oh, with that atmosphere, and like get Trent Reznor to come in again and do all the sound work again. Have him work with Mick Gordon. I'm cool with that. Oh, but I would love that. Cause I'm like one of the few people that, or you know what would be really good is if they made a Quake game in the vision of what they had originally wanted for Quake 1. Like, especially now that the technology is there, and like all the features and everything that they were going for have been tried and tested, and like they know how to do it in a way that works now. Like, if they could remake the original Quake 1 concept, like, come to think of it, how come that's not a mod? How come that hasn't ever been like remade? You got people remaking Half-Life 2's beta stuff, and I get why. But like no one's remade Quake 1. Like remade the Quake 1 beta. Like that concept would be amazing. It would be amazing to me. Yeah, that looks good. I hate to say it though, but I'm gonna have to bring the hot glue gun back online because the glunk just doesn't dry quick enough for the bracing to work. So, gonna have to bring the toxic fume generator back online. Give that a second. Let me grab some of these scraps and toss them. Ugh. Alright. Get some ground something. I guess I check my phone. Oh no, I got calls. Huh. Didn't I... Just had to answer a text. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I gotta get the fucking hot glue gun back online. Seriously? None of the Quakes? None of the Quakes. I mean, yeah, I mean Quake. I want to see a remake of Quake 1. I think Quake 2 got remade as Quake... I mean, didn't get remade, but I think the Quake 4, Quake 2 thing was okay. But yeah, Quake 1. I feel like Quake 1 should be remade. Actually, I was half expecting some Quake 1 stuff in Doom Eternal. Like, at least that would have been awesome. And I haven't beat the game yet. Like, I've been putting it off because it takes up too much. Like, I'll sit down and I'll start playing, and then I'll be, like, sitting there for 2 hours just playing the game. But if Ranger were to show up, or like oh god, like I thought it would have been awesome if one of the realms was like a remake of a Quake 1 level, and you could play with some Quake 1 enemies remade in the new engine. That would have been cool. That would have been really, really cool. And especially since they call them slip gates. I mean, come on. Take a look. Are we able to... Kind of. Alright, Toxic Avenger time. Let's do this. It's smoking. Oh, it's getting in my face. Just attach. Just attach. Ay, caramba. I feel like I could do a Krusty the Crown. Krusty the Crown. I feel like I could do Krusty the Clown. Hey, hey, hey! I can't. Fuck it. I'm embarrassing myself. Yeah, I never played any of them. Just tried. I'm talking to Alexander for that question. Boom. Alright. Next. Bend it up. And bend this. Alright. Get some toxic glunk on it. Ah! Fuck! Toxic hot glunk. Jesus. Okay, got that. I'm trying to move fast so I don't get like a lung full of this shit. That was too much. That was too much in an area. Alright, we'll just keep it there, kinda. Wall's kinda doing this. I'll have to pull it this way. Got like strings of this shit flying at me. Okay. Don't breathe. You don't need. Praise the glunk. Praise the glunk. All praise the glunk. Praise the glunk. To someone just coming in on the stream who doesn't know anything about what's going on, to just see me like building this and like you're praise the glunk, it's got to be really fucking confusing to them. Oh, praise the glunk. Praise the glunk, our Lord. Blessest thou in our sight, the glunk. Is this Trump's new border wall? It's about as effective. Yeah, alright. Don't burn off my flesh. Don't burn off my flesh. Don't burn off my flesh. That's the sign that you're true DIY. When you have to say, don't burn off my flesh. Don't burn off my flesh. Don't burn off my flesh. There we go. Got another flat done. And I think this will be the last flat that I really need. Because we can take this corner piece here and have them kind of fit together like that. Yeah. And I think maybe I can attach them. Yeah, I can attach this. I can attach this. Definitely. Now, the interior is going to need a little bit, but I can print off another wall and just have it, like, be there. Like, kicking shit out of the way because I got to stand. Yeah. There we go. Just hot glue that in place and you've got it. I mean, it means that I can't store it the way I wanted to. But I think I can work with it. And especially if this is only a temporary flat. Like, if it gets damaged, what of it, you know? Alright. Some toxic shit. Here we go. Once this sets, though, that's it. There's no pulling this apart. Oh, that's hot. Ah, fuck, that's hot. Spread it. Ah! Fuck, that's hot. Okay, did I accidentally glue it to the table? No, I did not. That's actually surprising. So that's what the bottom kind of looks like. Alright. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a corner. You know, I can film in this corner. Here, let me turn it around to show you guys. Yeah. It's leaning up against my laptop, so you're not getting the full effect. In fact, you know what? Let me try to turn the camera actually around. Let's see here. Like, since all the work is basically done on the outside, I can start working on the inside. So here, I can actually move the camera and have it kind of facing inward here. And I can just work from this point, from this vantage point. Yeah. There we go. Not bad for an hour and 2.5 hours. Okay, this is pretty bad for 2.5 hours. But what do you want? It's my first time doing this. Move the camera a little bit so you can see it better. There. Not terrible. I mean, it'll fit. It'll do its job. All right. So cool. It's funny when I see people get hurt. It looks like furniture. LOL Weasel is a better architect. Laughing, smiling, extending tongue face. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. And it's got a floor. And I've got the textures for everything. So, one more thing that I want to do is I want to kind of get a strip here to wrap around and kind of connect on, like, the inside. So, I'm going to get my cutting board out here. Which I guess I could just leave out here now. There we go. Yeah. Cut a strip real quick to put around the inside. And then the rest is just nailing up the interior. This is kind of how I would build an actual set. Kind of. Sort of. Okay, not really. Not at all, actually. Not at all. First of all, there'd be a lot more math involved in an actual set, because if this thing falls down, it'll do nothing. If an actual set falls down, it could kill somebody. In fact, people have died from that. Also, there's not going to be like any voltage or any power going to this thing. All the lights are going to be external, so any props I have in here that are supposed to light up, well, that's not necessarily true. I might put some LED light. Shit. Almost burned up my... fuck. Oh, this is the worst. This is bad. Fuck. Okay. Well, it's there now. Here, let me get an index card to kind of like smooth that out. And in fact, I might just make this index card a part of this thing. All right. It's actually not a bad idea, just like as a structural piece. Fuck, this is hot. That's why I don't like this glue gun. It gets abnormally hot. Like, it just, like, heats up really fucking fast. And it gets really fucking hot. I mean, okay, well, I guess that's why I like the glue gun, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking. The floor needs to be the same brushed metal, just like the wall. This is concrete. I mean, it's not metal. You can use this as an interior module for your next film. Yeah, maybe. Can you build a scene from your steampunk book? Steampunk? What steampunk book? Remind me what steampunk book you're talking about. I actually don't think I've ever written a steampunk book. Or I've never, like, considered doing it. Okay. All right, let me print off another wall texture and we can start smoothing this thing out and making it not shitty. Yeah, all right, print. Landscape and go. All right, I'll be right back. All right. And now to slice the end of my finger off. Cut that. Ah. Cut this. See. Do you have a temperature switch on the glue gun? No, I don't have a temperature switch on the glue gun. It's not that complicated of a glue gun. It has an on-off switch. No. I've got the camera. Bear with me. I have the camera on the cutting board right now. And I do not have that steady of a hand. That's why I could never really do graphic design. Okay, you know what? Scratch that. I can do graphic design. I just can't do, like, the physical cutting aspect of graphic design. My hand's just not steady enough. I can design, for sure. No one's denying that. Well, some people tried, but I put them in their fucking place with a goddamn spider I put in their brain and I made them eat them. What was I talking about? Oh, right, me being hungry. Right, I forgot about that. There we go. And fold. So what I want to try to do is I want to try and fold this wall piece so it fits in here. Oh, it does, but it's not even. Like, there's a space here. I could flip it around and have it do that. But then there's kind of this seam that'll run along here. This is also a job for glunk, by the way. We're going to need glunk for this. I don't trust the hot glue gun to not leave, like, an unwanted surface texture. Glunk, for all of its shortcomings, glunk is actually turning out to leave a better impression. Oh, God, some of the glue is actually moldy. Well, that's certainly going to put a dent in the longevity of the set if it becomes fucking moldy. Where are you guys at? Oh, you guys still see that. Ah, Linkara really did a cool, nice hue. Inspiration from Linkara. Okay, did you take inspiration? No. No, I did not take inspiration from Linkara. I did not take inspiration from Linkara. I have respect for Linkara, but I did not take inspiration from Linkara. I have more respect for Linkara than I do Doug, I'll tell you that. Holy shit. I have more respect for Noah than I do Doug. At least Noah's got an excuse that he's got a genuine issue. What's Doug's excuse? Money, that's what. Oh, harassment? What's that? Mike Machode, who's, you know, he's a great guy. Fuck you. I don't want to do this, but like a little bit, just to tack it in place. Ew. So there are seams, but I've got a plan for them. I'm going to put conduit down in there. Holy shit, it's 1 o'clock? Jesus Christ. I've been doing this for a while. There we go. Right in there. Yeah. And we're going to let the glunk dry. Is that, Matt, a field guide for film production? We use those in traditional animation. Oh, this thing? No, this is a cutting board. You got the right part. You got that right, partner. Yeah. Okay. I think all that's left is to put another thing here, put some floor in, and maybe cover up this area, but I don't know if that's really necessary. But here, just to give you an idea of the camera angle that we're going to end up having. It's going to be something along the lines. It's going to be something along these lines. So this is the end result of the camera angle we're going to have. And if you bear with me for a moment. Taking Master Chief here as scale. Like, this is me. So the end result is going to be something along these lines here. Yes, we did all that work for this. Although I can pull the camera back and have myself be a little bit more forward, like here. And if I do that, then I guess that's going to kind of necessitate a roof, but we'll deal with that. So yeah, roughly. And obviously, you know, I'm showing you this with the fucking webcam, and, you know, this is not the final. There's going to be elements added into this. I wanted to do something a little different. Ugh. Right now it's 10:20 for me, yeah. Yeah, wow, time fucking flies. Looks bleak, just like our future. It'll be made a little bit better. This is a bunker. I'm gonna be in here. So what is left to do? Add wall, add floor, add other wall, I guess, right here. Add in props, you know, chair, maybe, desk, servers, screens, that kind of thing. Make it look like a command center. Then film that at 4K. Film that at 4K. Take it into After Effects. Add in lights, screens, some atmospheric stuff, and then I've got a background. So, yeah. But I think for right now, this is a good stopping point. A lot of this stuff is not terribly dry yet. Like, even some elements back here are not very dry right now. So, I think this is the good stopping point. I'm going to go ahead and find lunch or make some lunch or do something. Anyway, it's Cute Fuzzy Weasel. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I will see you again probably in a couple of days, maybe. You know, probably. I'm definitely, you know, might as well just do some, you know, I might as well do more streams since I'm stuck here. Anyway, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel. Have a good day. And I'll contact you about the D&D thing. Don't worry.